That's a perfect score.
At the heart of the story is Lumen Industries, a sprawling, shadowy megacorporation that's introduced a surgical procedure known as Severance. This operation implants a chip in an employee's brain, effectively splitting their consciousness into two distinct versions of themselves.
I give consent for my perceptual chronologies to be surgically split, separating my memories between my work life and my personal life.
The innie, who exists only while at work, and the outie, who lives their personal life with no knowledge of what goes on inside Lumen. The innies are like newborns in adult bodies, fully capable of complex tasks thanks to procedural memory, but completely devoid of personal experience. They don't know what their favorite food is. They've never seen a tree. They've never felt the sun. Their entire existence is limited to fluorescent lights and spreadsheets. Mark S. Grief and Escape. Our main character is Mark Scout, played by Adam Scott, who serves as both our protagonist and emotional anchor. His outie is a man grieving the death of his wife Gemma and struggling to function in the outside world. Seeking relief from his suffering, he opts into Severance, essentially choosing to forget her 8 hours a day. But his innie, the Mark who wakes up on the severed floor, has no idea about this grief. All he knows is work, co-workers, and a growing sense that something is deeply wrong. This duality is central to the show's themes. Can pain be compartmentalized? And even if it can, should it be? Helly R, the rebel innie. Enter Helly R, played by Britt Lower. Her character serves as the audience's entry point into the severed world. In the very first scene, she wakes up on a table, panicked and confused, taking a bizarre survey over an intercom. She immediately wants out, but her outie refuses to let her leave. That's when we realize how horrifying this setup truly is. Helly fights back. She attempts to escape. She even attempts suicide. It's one of the show's most harrowing moments, and a grim reminder that the innies are prisoners.
Listen, we're not happy. We're miserable.
Later, we learn Helly's outie is Helena Egan, daughter of Lumen's CEO, and the face of a PR campaign to make Severance seem safe and empowering. The twist gives new weight to Helly's defiance and suggests the severed floor might be more about control than work-life balance. Irving and Bert, love in the void. Irving B., portrayed by John Turturro, is a rule follower to the extreme. He's fanatically devoted to Keir Egan, Lumen's founder, and knows the company handbook like scripture. But even he begins to waver when he meets Bert, a kind-hearted employee from the optics and design department, played by Christopher Walken. Their secret romance is one of the show's quiet triumphs, tender, unexpected, and deeply human. These are two people who only exist at work, and yet they form a connection as real and meaningful as any love story. It reminds us that no matter how much you try to erase identity, humanity finds a way back in. Irving's outie, we later learn, is an ex-military man investigating Lumen in secret, obsessed with a dark hallway he paints over and over, perhaps a memory bleeding through from the innie world. Dylan G., The Awakening. Dylan G., played by Zach Cherry, starts as the comic relief. He's obsessed with Lumen's weird little trophies, waffle parties, finger traps, and meaningless awards. But he becomes a breakout hero in the final episodes. During an overtime contingency activation, where his innie is awakened at home, he accidentally sees his child. That single moment transforms him. He realizes he has a life, a family, an entire identity he's being denied. It shakes him to his core and pushes him to join the others in rebelling. He's also the one who activates the big Season 1 finale plan, waking up all the innies in the outside world at once. It's risky, dangerous, and absolutely thrilling. Coble and the Cult of Keir. Overseeing all of this is Harmony Coble, played by Patricia Arquette. She's a manager at Lumen, but also poses as Mrs. Selvig, Mark's quirky neighbor on the outside. She's devoted not just to the company, but to Keir Egan, Lumen's long-dead founder, whom she worships like a prophet. Coble has a shrine in her home. She lives in two worlds like the severed workers do, but by choice. Her obsession is chilling, and her motivations are murky. Is she trying to help Mark, hurt him, or both? Major revelations. The final episodes bring massive twists. Helly exposes the horrors of Severance during a live gala. Irving discovers Bert lives a full life with another partner, and Mark, finally, puts the pieces together. His wife, Gemma, is alive and working at Lumen as Ms. Casey, That reveal alone changes everything. The woman he thought he lost is part of the same system that's breaking him. And it sets up one of the best cliffhangers in modern TV. Mark shouting, "She's alive," just before the innies are yanked back into silence. Themes that hit hard. More than just its plot twists and eerie visuals, Severance works because it has something to say. It's a story about labor, identity, memory, grief, and control. It asks hard questions. Are we just the sum of our experiences? What happens when you strip those away? Is escape from pain the same as healing? And in the middle of all this heavy philosophy, the show somehow remains funny, endearing, and emotionally grounded. Whether it's Ricken's absurd self-help book, "You Are Not a Dishwasher," Dylan's savage one-liners, or the growing friendships between the macrodata refinement team, it all feels real. Severance Season 1 was a masterclass in slow-burn storytelling, character work, and world building. It created a universe where the smallest hallway can hold a mystery, where waffles have ominous meaning, and where even the most outlandish ideas feel plausible under the corporate grind. If Season 2 can build on that foundation, we're in for something truly special. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and join me for weekly recaps once Season 2 kicks off. And as always, praise Kia.